Okay, guys, we're going to get started. Appreciate you coming on today. Let me kind of just start off by giving you a little brief history about the company. We did start this company in 2008, and our real main service is website design, obviously for accountants and CPAs. And one of the things we offer all of our website clients is each week we offer kind of like a 15-minute training webinar, just teaching our CPAs and clients how to use social media to drive people to your website. We've been doing that now, I guess for about 6-7 years. And one of the things that immediately started to happen when we started to offer these training webinars, where our clients started to call up and they said, look, you woke us up how important social media is. We never knew it was so important for retention and getting referrals, etc. But we just don't have the time to do it ourselves. Is there any way you guys can do it for us? So I guess my point is we didn't set out to become a company that posts on social media. Again, our main focus is the website design. But in the last 5 years, our social media package has become quite popular. And obviously, you don't have to have a website to utilize it. So what I want to do over the next 10 minutes is just kind of go through the service, answer some of your questions, and then certainly we'll send everyone more information after the webinar is complete. So the service is meant to be pretty simple. There's 3 things we're going to do for you. 1, we're going to make sure you're properly set up. 2, we are going to help you get your clients, and hopefully potential clients, to follow your social media presence. And 3, we are going to do the posting for you 5 days a week. We're going to actually post the accounting content. So when we're talking about setup, we're talking about getting you set up with a Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter page for your firm. Obviously, there are personal pages and there are business pages. We're not getting involved with anything regarding your personal pages. This is all business. This is all branded towards your firm. So that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to set these pages up. Now, obviously, if you have these pages already, great. We're not going to get rid of them. We're going to go in and maybe spruce them up a little bit, make sure they're set up correctly, and certainly get them going. The second thing we're going to do is we are going to help you come up with a game plan to grow your social media presence. For those of you that know anything about social media, it's very similar to email marketing. With email marketing, you need 2 things. You need people's email addresses, and you need a message to send them. With social media, it's the same thing. You need connections. Those are the people who are going to see your posts. So we need to help you consistently grow your connections. And I think that is not an easy thing. It's a long-term game plan. But we will analyze what you're doing and try to recommend some solutions for that. So that's the second thing we do. And then the main thing we do is 5 days a week, we are going to post accounting-type content on your pages. Now, one of the most common questions we always get is, well, how do you know what to post? And really the first thing we're going to do is set up an interview. Talk about your firm, what types of clients you have, what your target market is, really what your goals are. Going to learn a little bit about your firm, and then we will come up with a content strategy for you. Now, every strategy we come up with is unique, but in general, they all kind of share the same balance. So in 2014, what we've been doing is I would say 33% of the time we try to promote your firm. We want to let people know who you are, how you help people, what you specialize in. 33% of the time we try to post things that project you to be the expert. So that might mean articles, tips, updates, reminders, real good accounting type content. And then the other 33% of the time, we like to kind of take a step back from accounting and maybe do an inspirational quote, obviously maybe a tip on social media. I do have a firm in San Francisco. Obviously today we're going to post about the Giants winning the World Series. Just stuff like that comes across as socially accepted. So here's an example of a firm we have been posting for, and I will send everyone this example if you want to take a deeper look. We can kind of go through some of the posts that we've been doing. Here was just kind of an update from the IRS that kind of talks about things you should be doing to get ready for the spring. Here was kind of a tip on a tip for businesses that are starting. And then obviously we had, kind of a simple tip where we certainly focused on, the upcoming Halloween holiday, stuff like that. So again, you can go through this stuff later and certainly take a look at each individual post. But obviously, we try to be very politically correct, very professional, very simple. And in the end, the challenge with social media is that consistency of constantly touching. That's really what you're hiring us for, to bring that 5 days a week, every week kind of mentality. Our goals are very simple. We want to get maximum exposure for you. And the way you get maximum exposure is obviously getting people sharing your posts and commenting and liking. And you'll kind of see that that's happening with this one specific example. Here was a post that this lady Victoria liked. Because she liked it, that post went out to all of her connections. That obviously increases exposure. So that's what we're trying to do, is increase your exposure. The cost of the service, you have 3 choices. You can try it on a monthly basis, you can try it on a quarterly basis, and you can try it on an annual basis. Obviously, the longer you sign up, the cheaper it is. Most common question I get from people is, let's say I want to try it for a month. I pay $65. What happens if I want to change to the quarterly or annual? Well, I think the best way to think about it is you can always change anytime you want. So when you sign up for a month, you're kind of buying 1 month for $65. And then you have a renewal. At that renewal, you can try another month, or you can stop and buy a quarterly, which is buying 3 months, or buying an annual, which is buying 12 more months. So that's kind of how it works. You can change anytime you want. Anyone who's kind of new to us, I always suggest try it for a month, see how it goes, and then if it meets your expectations, you can certainly sign up for a longer term and a cheaper, prorated price. So I see some questions coming in. I'm going to answer them. One thing I didn't really mention is basically how it works is you go to our site, you sign up for the service, then we will schedule an interview with you, probably about 15 minutes. Then it takes us about 2 to 3 hours after that interview to get you all set up and to certainly get everything active. So it doesn't take very long at all. All right, so let me answer some of these questions, guys, and then I'll shoot you an email. First question is from Karen. Karen asks, Ken, if you guys do the posting for us, are we still able to post ourselves? This is a big concern. Karen, I think the best way to answer that is think of it like this. We are kind of on autopilot. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to. 5 days a week, we're going to come up with the content. We're going to be co-admins. We will post the content. Now, if you have time and you still want to post yourself, by all means, go ahead. It will not have a negative impact. You certainly can post yourself. And on top of that, you can certainly send us posts, and we will post them for you. That's no problem. Next question is from Adam. He's asking, basically, I'm just going to summarize. Adam is asking, if we do the posting, does he have to give us all of his login information? And the answer is no, you don't. Like I said, you're going to make us an admin on the business pages. So we don't need to know anything about your personal accounts. You can keep all that separately. We will just be co-admins, and we will access, the accounts through our logins. So it's not a problem. All right, that seems to be all the questions I'm getting, guys. I will email everyone a few more things. I will send you a copy of this webinar so you can rewatch it if you came on late, and we'll go from there. I appreciate your time. Have a great day. Thank you so much.